Welcome to WHHI-TV's Daily News. I'm McNair, and here's a look at your headlines. In roughly a 24-hour period, the sale of the Murdoch family's Moselle property and the auctioning of much of its contents netted somewhere around $4 million, much of which is going to lawyers and victims. The Moselle property sale has now closed, with new owners, James Eyre and Jeffrey Godley, paying more than $2.6 million for the 1,700-acre property with a 5,000-square-foot home, guest cottage, equipment shed, and the dog kennels. The original listing price was $3.9 million. Now, most of the money will be paid out in settlements and legal fees. Surviving son Buster Murdoch is expected to get a little more than $500,000. On Thursday, family items like dishware, hunting trophies, and furniture brought in hundreds of thousands of dollars at an auction house in Georgia. Well, South Carolina's top accountant handed in his letter of resignation on Thursday, and now the question is, who will replace him? State Comptroller Richard Ekstrom will step down from his office at the end of April. A staffer in Ekstrom's office discovered an accounting error that resulted in an overestimate of state funds to the tune of approximately $3.5 billion. A state Senate panel investigated the error and suggested Ekstrom resign or face removal for, quote, willful neglect of duty, end quote. Well, Beaufort County is now being pushed by a third different judge to move the mainland departure site for the Defusky Island Ferry away from Buckingham Landing, which became a temporary site after Hurricane Matthew in 2016. Neighbors in Buckingham Landing have been battling the county in court ever since, saying the county is breaking its own zoning laws. County officials say they're looking for a new departure point for the ferry back at Palmetto Bay Marina near the Cross Island Bridge, but still own the area they're using near the old Sea Trawler restaurant. Under the most recent ruling, the county has until the end of the year to abandon Buckingham Landing. The Beaufort County Coroner's Office is asking for your help in finding family members in Mexico of Shorty Lopez Morales, whose skeletal remains were found on Hilton Head Island after Hurricane Matthew back in 2016. His name has just now been released. Lopez Morales had a sister, Sylvia, who matched a DNA sample from the FBI back in 2018, but now she's lost contact with authorities. Lopez Morales had lived on Bluebell Lane and was found along nearby Spanish Wells Road. If you can help, you're being asked to call the sheriff's office. Well, after the match play golf tournament in Texas over the weekend, there will be only 2 more tournaments until the RBC Heritage. The latest commitment list for the PGA tournament on Hilton Head Island includes the world's #1 ranked player and defending Masters champion, Scottie Scheffler. This will be Scheffler's first time playing here. Joining him will be Aussie legend Adam Scott, who's only been here once before, fan favorite Ricky Fowler, and Colin Morikawa. John Rahm is about the only top 10 player eligible to play here that hasn't already committed. A 50th anniversary is always a reason to celebrate, and that's exactly what the nonprofit Deep Well Project will be doing this upcoming Tuesday. The Arts Center of Coastal Carolina will host a cocktail party and a debut showing of a short documentary on Deep Well's history, followed by a panel discussion. The event begins at 5 in the evening, and you can find out more at Deep Well Project's website or the website for the Arts Center of Coastal Carolina. Now, for more information on these stories and more, check the news sources on your screen. Also, be sure to find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you have a story idea, email us at news@WHHITV.com. It is now time for a look at sports, and who better to help us do that than Justin Jarrett.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Loco on WHHI, powered by LowcoSports.com. The high school lacrosse regular season is winding down, but the Hilton Head Seahawks are cranking up for what could be a couple of deep playoff runs. Hilton Head's boys improved to 7-1 overall and 4-0 in region play with a dominant 16-7 home win over James Island last night, as Bill Fielding and Brady Saba each scored a sock trick of 6 goals and added 2 assists apiece, while Sam Thibodeau added 4 goals and Tyler Bennett stopped 19 shots in goal. The Seahawk girls won by the same margin, but were even more productive on the attack, winning 17-8 at James Island to improve to 8-1 overall and 5-1 in region. Mid-Rivers lacrosse teams took a pair of tough losses to quality opponents, as the girls fell 14-12 to Richmond Hill and the boys dropped a 12-10 decision to Riverside. Beaufort's boys won big over Lawrence Manning. John Paul II baseball eked out its second straight win last night, holding on 7-6 over Battery Creek. In other action, Wade, Hampton, and Beaufort both lost non-region matchups. JP2's softball team also won. routing Cardinal Newman 13-1. The soccer teams kept the good vibes going for the Golden Warriors as the girls got a hat trick from Hollis Melnick in a 5-2 win over Coastal Homeschool, and the boys won 8-2 behind 4 goals from Tony Hill. Holy Trinity's girls improved to 4-0 with their 4th straight shutout, and May River's boys blanked Richmond Hill. On the tennis courts, Hilton Head swept James Island 6-0, and May River edged rival Bluffton 4-3. For Loco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Loco.
Thanks, Justin. Now time for Maria Soden, who has our forecast.
Thanks, Allie. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like this warmer weather's here to stay, but with that is going to come showers and some thunderstorms. Taking a look at Saturday, it's going to be cloudy with scattered thunderstorms throughout the afternoon, but should be clearing up by the evening. Hilton is going to have a high of 76, a low of 62. Bluffton is going to have a high of 78, a low of 61. And Beaufort is going to have a high of 79, a low of 63. Come Sunday, we are going to see thunderstorms in the morning, but should be clearing up by the afternoon. It's going to be cloudy the rest of the day, and then we are going to see a passing shower in the evening. Hilton is going to have a high of 76, a low of 64. Bluffton is going to have a high of 78, a low of 64. And Beaufort is going to have a high of 79 and a low of 64. The sunrise for this weekend is going to be at 7:21 and sunset's going to be at 7:38. Taking a look at the beach tides, Saturday low tide is going to be at 7:44 a.m. and high tide is going to be at 12:47 p.m. And then come Sunday, low tide is going to be at 8:34 a.m. and high tide is going to be at 1:29 p.m. Taking a look into next week, Monday is going to be cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, but should be clearing up by the evening. Highs are going to be in the 70s and 80s, lows in the 60s. Come Tuesday, it's going to be cloudy with, again, scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, and it is going to continue on to the evening where the rain should be getting heavier. Highs are going to be in the 70s, lows in the 60s. And then come Wednesday, it's going to be sunny, but we are going to see a drop in temperatures with the highs only getting to the 60s and lows in the 50s. That's it for today. Let's hit it back to the desk.
When we come back, we'll get some great information on how to keep your child safe in the event of a fire. Stay right there.